Hi everyone, Emma here. I'm so excited to show you this lovely necklace that I made with these incredible beads that we got in the Passage to India collection number 12 Curiosities box from John Bead. Oh my gosh, I knew as soon as I saw them something spectacular was going to happen with them. So they are so amazing. Let's take a look and then we'll show you some of the things I have prepared for some other ideas to do with that. So let me just first say these are sold out actually. They sold out really fast. But the next month is called Egyptomania. I cannot imagine the craziness of extraordinary beads that we're going to see in that box. So definitely go ahead and take a look. You can get the links. If you tap on the bottom of the screen, a sidebar will come up with all the links to the John Bead Friends and Family site, and you can just click on Curiosities box and order your Egyptomania. So let's talk about this incredible Passage to India. This necklace is inspired by the Indian wedding jewelry. So if you do a search of this, you're going to be blown away with some of the incredible stuff they have. So yeah, I thought these beads, let's go in closer so you can really get a look at things. These beads are ridiculous. They are so gorgeous. Look at the colors in them. So basically what I did was I strung these with some fancy beads that I got on AliExpress. So this one here is a flat one. You can see on the back. And then I just put some gold-plated, I think we need to enlarge that some more. These are gold-plated spacer beads. And yeah, so I just strung them. Now I did string, let me show you my stringing wire. I did put 2 strands on this for a few reasons. This is the wire here that I use. It's satin gold, and this is the dimensions of it. It's 7 strands. Super strong. I've never had any issues with it. And because it's that satin gold, you don't see it if it's exposed anywhere on your jewelry. But you can see it's super tiny, but it has a lot of movement. So that's what I like about this one. You can get some others that have a little less movement. So just to be safe, I did put 2 strands. And the reason, so if one strand breaks, the other will hold your beads on there. But the other part to this is the clasp that I used. And I wanted to, I wasn't quite sure. Usually this clasp I use for bead embroidery, so I can stitch this in to my bead embroidery. But for adding a way to attach it, I wasn't really sure. So what I did, let me see if you can see. You might be able to see it better on this one here. There's a little bit more. There you can kind of see. I took just a regular metal seed bead. You can buy these, they're super cheap. And I also put a crimp bead. So if I was to use a crimp tube, it would be really hard to get in there to fold it and then fold it over. So this way you can just get your tools like this and squeeze that crimp bead. Now, so you can see the 2 strands going through the bar on either side, up through the crimp bead, around the metal bead and then coming back down into the crimp bead, and that's how I secured it. If you have any other suggestions on how to do this a better way, let me know. But you know what, for this part, the fact that they're gold, you don't see it through your design. And it seems pretty secure. That's not going anywhere. So there's that. And then there's these. If you haven't seen some of my bead unboxings, I do have a AliExpress bead unboxing. You can check out the links for that if you're interested. But these are some of those beads. And then and of course I put spacers everywhere of those beads. These are 12 millimeter. I'm trying to think of the color. It's a gold, matte gold, 12 millimeter Swarovski pearls. Let's just say. Oh, to go with these lovely, you know what? They look like they match the yellow. It's just, I don't know. It just came together really nice. I'm super excited about this. This here is another one of my little spacer beads that I get from AliExpress. And then the clasp. So like that. And this is meant to be worn around just below the neckline. But if you want to change it up, they do have these things, these extenders. And you know what? I bought these years ago and I've never had to use them. And then I was like, ooh, wait a minute. So this way, because here's the thing, I was stuck for an idea on, I kind of wanted to do a, either like a security chain or a extender chain for this, but it's a fold over clasp, so you don't really have much choice. So what you can do is, let's open this up. You just open that up, take that piece off, then you attach this section of that basically this, I think they call them extenders, and you can put whatever you want. Like I could have gone ahead and changed this and put an even wider or larger crystal, or even a piece of chain. So you have options, is what I'm getting at, to make this so that it fits wherever you want it to land on the neckline. So then you close that side and then you attach this side here. And now you've extended your necklace. So I just wanted to show you that. I needed to show you that I bought these for a reason. Just kidding. But take a look again at this incredible necklace. And I have to say, so a lesson I learned about this is don't string your beads before you go to bed when you're tired, because I had this all laid out, and actually I had a strand of wire through, and then I was weaving through the second strand, and for whatever reason I took this off, and I don't know if you can see the mistake I made. Let's take a look. So the idea is the wider sides on these two beads kind of enclose this crystal here, and then it gets smaller here. But then I wanted these pieces here, and they will fall, the heavier side will fall on the longer side here when you're wearing it. But I made a mistake, and this one, the longer side of this square or rectangle is on this side. It should be down here. So anyway, I'll be restringing this. But there you go. So there's this lovely, oh my heavens, it's just turned out spectacular. I cannot believe it. I'm so excited. I should mention too, so on these beads, and let me grab one to show you. So when I did the unboxing for these, I didn't quite understand why they had these bars. Let me enlarge this and make sure it's in focus there. So they have a bar going across one end of the bead. So there's the bead part where you put your wire through, and it comes out on the other side. So your wire goes across. So they have this bar. I was like, I don't understand why they have that. And clarify this for me if you are familiar with these. When I started stringing these, I was concerned that these would roll when you're wearing them because this part's heavier than the other side of this bead. So it would roll. So the idea is that you take your wire, you weave it through this first hole, then you go up over the bar and down. Now this one's pretty narrow. The other ones are a little better than that. And then you weave it through the other hole. And what that does, look at this, it holds it in place. So it doesn't move a lot. It's really in that secured position. So you can add your beads, and I for this one here they didn't have that, but you could see they have all these holes, so I went ahead, and this one's pretty even because it's a square, so I wasn't too concerned about it moving, but I did it anyway through the middle holes and wove it through. So I know, TMI, right? But just in case you decide to do something like this with your lovely beads. You know the sad part about this now, I don't have these beads. They are just incredible. I just cannot get over these. So huge thank you to John Bead and the designers for putting these in our boxes. So let's take a look at some of the other stuff that I'm working on or have some thought about. Let me see if I can just move this down a bit here. Here's the first one. So these lovely elephants we got in our box. So I thought I would do we could bezel these crystals, but you know what? I have bezeled them in the past. I have some here. I have bezeled them, but I find it takes away from the actual crystal. I kind of want the crystal to be all, like this one's a little better, but I think it's because the color is a little brighter. So I think what we're going to do is do a little bit of bead embroidery, just a small little piece, and then we can have our beautiful metallic lime green daggers to match the crystal and just brighten up the elephant, and then attach a lovely ear wire for that. So that's that one there. The other thing that I have, so we have these gorgeous green ovals, and I had ordered some of these in round and made these. There's the other one here. Made these beautiful stretch bracelets, and it turned out amazing. But I think I'd like to do a necklace with this again, and maybe one of these lovely cushion crystals to go with it, some gold beads. And I found this at a thrift shop, and I think that would look amazing. So we take these links apart and do something with the beads, and there's the clasp of this. Something, it looks very like Indian jewelry, so we'll come up with something really cool for that too. So that's what I'm up to so far. I have a whole bunch of other projects, but I thought I'd show you all these. This is what was on my mat this afternoon or yesterday. So there we go with this lovely necklace. Let's get out here so you can see. Ta-da! So I'll leave you with that. And I'm getting ready to finish the seascape from the previous box. So you should be able to see that tomorrow. It's ridiculous. And then maybe we'll work on some of these other projects. Take care, everybody. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.